Pencils down, baby. Pencils down. Here we are. This is us. It's the Ramble. Your favorite podcast.
Our background says Ramble Radio, not Ramble.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Well, we're still the number one podcast on the
there
planet.
It is.
Right?
Now we're
there
the
it
Ramble.
Is. Now we're the Ramble.
People would have been so confused had I not.
They would have been. Our numbers would have plummeted.
Whew.
Our numbers would have absolutely.
We would have fallen from the most popular podcast on the planet.
On the planet to I don't know what. I don't even want to think about it. What would we have been? I don't want to know. Yeah. I don't want to fucking.
We're the most downloaded, most listened to podcast.
Most loved, most beloved,
most beloved podcast, most reviewed, most 5-star reviews on the planet.
Ramble 316. Where did they bury us?
Two, I believe.
314 later.
Yeah.
They said we were done.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. Is this a special episode? Do you guys hear anything? I don't know. I don't know if you. I think it. I don't know.
Why would it be? What's special about 316?
I don't know what's special about 316. Oh!
Sorry.
You hear the
we couldn't afford the actual thing. I had to make
you hear the glass break.
You know what that is. Hey, there it is. The Stone Cold Steve Austin commemorative Ramble. You know what the bad news is, though, today?
What?
We're still deadlocked at 131 5-star ratings.
Oh.
And
that's kind of sad for the most popular podcast in the world.
On the planet.
On the planet.
And Locker Miltic is still king of the hill as far as positive text reviews go.
That's even sadder.
These Skeletor marks are owning the positive
They're
text
review
reviews.
Bombing.
Yeah.
The Ramble
these
text
fucking
reviews.
Skeletor marks. But you can email us, ramble@theramblepod.com. We're on Twitter @PodcastRamble, the number 1. We're on Instagram @PodcastRamble. We have a merch page. We're soon going to have an even better merch page, but doesn't stop you from going to this merch page for now. I mean, I have my 1-hour special right here ready for you to, if you want to buy it, you see it on YouTube for free. Do that. And then if you like it, you want your own copy, I'll sign it for you. You get original Eddie Pence artwork, too.
Look at that.
DM me. Name your fucking price. I don't care.
Bro.
We got a lot of good shit going on. We have everything.
Is it Destrocha?
Destrocha. I like that. That's we're gonna keep that. There it is.
Destrocha.
That's a good. That's a name. There it is. We have an email. You guys ready? Mm-hmm. Colin Mags. Mags. Hi guys. Sorry, I have nothing really to add to the list as my Stone Cold knowledge is minimal, as I didn't watch a lot of wrestling during that era. I saw a bit, but to contribute to the best of list, I can only think of a couple of examples. So I'll take a Cody this week and not participate. Look,
is it officially called a Cody now? That's
well, in all fairness, we asked Cody to rank TV characters from a generation where he wasn't alive.
Yeah.
So an era when he did not exist. So yeah, I would like to discuss that Journey to Hell trailer. Apart from it being a clusterfuck of badness from effects to scripts, I did notice one interesting moment when the guy revives at the end of the trailer. He spits out a white viscous fluid that looked a lot like jizz.
Wow.
So did he die sucking cocks, drown on spunk, or was the load that hit the back of his throat so powerful it snapped his neck? I'd appreciate yours and the Jizz guy's thoughts on this. Take care and ramble on. Colin Mags. P.S. I'm glad we don't do Ramble voicemails. Wouldn't want Eddie falling asleep to my soothing voice referencing bi-coastal biatches that he gusted on. There we go.
He was he called into a podcast I was a guest on, and he's got the most soothing,
look at that,
relaxing voice.
Wow, Magsy. Who would have thought?
Mags.
Mags. Now, Cody, I don't know. I guess we don't have to go too far. To have the Jizz Talk guys covered Journey to Hell?
Or look in the archives.
Or maybe even just dying from a jizz. I don't know. Maybe they did both.
I'm sure they've covered dying from jizz.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's had to
I
have
think that, this was a controversial one because one of the guys was a little bit upset after watching the trailer.
No.
I think he sort of felt like it was. Well, I'll just let you guys take a listen.
Let's play it. Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Dude, I can't believe that fucking
Do you
thing.
believe
Fuck
that shit? You
movie.
fucking
They're giving Jizz a bad name. You piece of you Christian fucks. Look, I'm sorry
man.
those who believe. You're giving Jizz.
No, I don't even
a
care if
bad
they fucking believe.
name.
You're believing the wrong shit.
Yeah, you are.
Jizz does
you
not
are.
kill.
Jizz didn't hurt nobody. Jizz don't hurt nobody.
You know what?
Ever.
Jizz probably brought him back to life.
That's why that guy ain't dead. Ain't
That's
fucking
why
no
he
Jesus
came back.
Shit.
Right.
He probably a little bit of that fucking Jizz tickled his throat. Boom.
You know
He's
what
back in
happened?
the
You
game.
know what I
Back in
think
the game.
happened, and
No,
all I saw
ahead.
was what was in the trailer.
Go ahead, my
right?
friend.
All
Go
those
ahead.
people standing around on him.
Yeah, sure,
right?
sure,
They
sure.
ran a bukkake on him.
Boom. There it is.
Brought
There
him back
it
to
is.
life.
Let me
That's
tell you
how he
something.
came back to life.
That's how he came. Just nothing but Jizz.
That's a bukkake. He came back from bukkake, not Jesus. Bukkake brought him
You know what
back.
they're not going to show us? Not going to show us what happens after all that stuff?
What?
Is he laps that jizz back up that he spit out.
He does.
Real
you don't want to
fucking
waste.
quick.
You don't want to waste that kind of jizz. That's life-saving jizz.
Life-saving jizz from a
That's the
bukkake
best.
session.
You got to bottle that.
This fucking half a fucking moron goes swimming, right?
Yeah.
Fucking drowns. His friends bring him to the fucking shore. They think, how are we going to save the guy? Well, we know how to save him.
We know how to fucking save him.
Fucking
You get bit by a jellyfish, you pee on it.
You fucking pee on it.
You drown, you jizz on it.
You jizz on it. It's very, very simple.
Very simple.
And when we're talking about movies, can we mention that fucking coward Steven Spielberg for having to edit out at the end of Jurassic Park the banner that falls down originally read when jizz ruled the world, and he had to change it to dinosaurs? Fuck you too.
Fuck you too. You did that. You did it with E.T. with you took the shotguns out and you put the walkie-talkies in.
Walkie-talkies.
And then you took out jizz ruled the world.
Jurassic Park.
For dinosaurs ruled the world.
Bullshit. Fucking cowards.
Fucking leave the shit alone.
There we go. Wow. My God. That was... They were very upset. Man.
I didn't know that about Jurassic World.
I did not know that about Jurassic Park. That's interesting.
I mean, it wouldn't have made a lot of sense to have a banner that said "Jizz ruled the world."
I don't understand how that was in
dinosaur
the
movie.
I got to read the Crichton book. Maybe it's in the Crichton book. I don't know, but that's fucking weird. Gemma from the Talking Codswallop podcast.
Hey,
Haven't
Gemma.
heard from Gemmies.
Gemmies.
Haven't heard from her. She goes, hi, Jerry, Eddie, and Cody. Sadly, I've not got anything to contribute to this week's episode. I know jack shit about Steve Austin or wrestling, so I look forward to learning through you guys. But I want to drop an email that says, sorry, I have been in touch a while. Slowly surviving COVID. Hope you're getting better. I'm still listening to you guys. Got me through the days of the crappy illness. Happy to hear for you. Congrats, Jerry, on being cancer-free. Love you, man. Love you too, Gemma. Thank you very much for the kind words. And get better. Kick this COVID right up the fucking ass. There we go. And I think it's... Cody, it's music time.
Right,
I think it's time to intro the show. Let's get this going. Ramble 316. And if you know the words, sing along at home. We like that, you know. One of these nights, one of these crazy old nights, we're gonna find out, pretty mama, ooh, what turns on your lights. The full moon is calling, the fever is high, and the wicked wind whispers and moans. You got your demons, you got desires, but I got a few of my own. Ooh, someone to be kind to, in between the dark and the light. Wow, ooh, coming right behind you. Swear I'm gonna find you one of these nights. Let's do it, baby. Bam. Get some Eagles love going on right there. Little Eagles magic for all he is. That's a great bass line. Is that kind of a disco song?
It's got a feel to it. I don't know if I'd call it a disco song.
Cody, one of these nights, Eagles. Half disco? Mild?
I'm trying to place that song. I don't know. I'm sure I've heard it. It's not coming to mind right now.
When you hear it, little disco-y. I'm telling just smidge disco. Smidge, get your ass on the floor. Here we are, Ramble 316. We made it. I'm Jerry Rocha. Right down there at the bottom is the one and only
Eddie Pence.
And then right over there we have
Cody Villafania.
Right there. Right there. Shit. Right
Here?
there.
No, wait.
There. Yeah, there it is. Yes, there it is. Yeah. Bam. And together we merge and form the Ramble podcast. And that's what this is. This Ramble, my goodness. Man, first off, my quick movie review. I gave a very nice thumbs up to the movie Prey. For what it was, I thought it was a whole lot of fun. You could tell there wasn't the biggest budget behind it. Not one famous person at all, even a little bit. There's no cameos, no nothing. I thought with the tools that they had to work with, I thought they did a really fun popcorn summer movie. And yeah, and I was telling before the show, I was like telling Cody, why wasn't this in theaters? And then Cody had a great point about that. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, there's a few reasons. I think one is exactly what you said, which is that there's no bankable box office person in it. But also, I think that part of the problem with how they're promoting the movie is, one, I don't think they're doing much of it, and two, can you really tell that it's a Predator movie unless you're like fully informed about it? Because obviously I don't think that they're spoiling much of the Predator stuff in the trailers.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Yeah, I think I think it would be a hard sell to get people to understand. It's not in the title. There's not like Predator
it's called Prey.
Prequel.
Yeah.
Right.
Prey. So like, you may not necessarily realize it, and I think it would have been a tough sell unless.
I mean, what was that last shitty Predator? The Predator? Is that what it was?
The
that last
The
shitty, the Shane Black one? Yeah.
Yes. Ooh. And I think that's one of the reasons I liked it so much is because compared to the every Predator movie since Part 2, every movie with the Predator in it since Part 2, this is such a breath of fresh air. Like, and you could even say Part 2 was silly and not that great, but I fucking loved it, of course. But yeah, I mean, like,
what they've done. I didn't think the one with what's his face. Oh, when they went
Adrian Brody was all right.
When they went to the planet, it was Predators.
That was okay.
I didn't think that was a bad one.
Right. It definitely wasn't as bad as Alien versus Predator 1 or 2.
Or Redo.
The Predator. Yeah.
Predator. But, I thought that one was okay.
Yeah.
But
this one, I think you'll dig this one, man. It's got a lot of good. There's a few. Again, you might have to do some Predator 2 homework to really fully appreciate all that happens in this. It was fun shit though, man. The Predator, it was the Prey. The Prey, really good. And because why the fuck not? Cody, we're gonna force Eddie to do homework before the next Ramble. All the lists are Predator based now for next week.
Oh, okay.
So
I've seen them all except Prey.
All right, there we go. So but let's get to these lists. It's time for the hat, the Hall of Fame hat. Let's do it. What hat would they wear? Wow. I'm sorry, I might need a minute.
It's okay.
Ooh,
Take your time. Take your time.
Jesus Christ.
Take your time.
Is that weird, dude? The way that you must get that all the time, Eddie. Just people, they hear you play and they either break down in tears.
Yeah, like you don't want to play it while you're driving.
Oh God, could you imagine?
You don't want an airplane pilot listening to it while he's flying.
Right.
Stuff like that. You want to be.
Is that what happened with Anne Heche? Was she?
I mean, they didn't
listening
confirm it, but she.
Right.
I mean, she's known to play my music while driving.
And then look what happens.
So, but I don't know if that's exactly what happened in that instance or not.
Right.
But, yeah.
Right. Jeez.
So.
The balls on everyone. Send your prayers to her. How about you send your prayers to the fucking houses and families that lived in the houses she burned down?
The fucking lady was, if she had been in that room, she'd be dead.
Dead.
She was luckily in the other room of the house.
Yep. Oh,
and apparently there was like a video of Anne Heche before, and there was like an open bottle in the car.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
there
boy.
we go. Hey.
Got problems.
That's, and then, guys, this was breaking. Okay, wait, do we? This is breaking news today on recording day.
Okay.
Do we take bets as to whether or not this is going to have seen its played out by the time this airs on Wednesday?
All right, what?
The Queen of England has canceled her traditional welcome to Balmoral Castle and will instead host a small private event amid growing concerns over her health.
Oh, she's dead.
96. Is she still alive?
She might be dead.
Is this a Weekend at Bernie's situation?
Yeah, it is. Oh, man.
She might be dead.
Oh,
she might be dead now. Not just Wednesday, but she could be dead.
Right, they might be covering it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Well,
I don't know. I feel like this happens every so often.
Right.
It's like the Queen has canceled everything.
Right.
And it's
then they get a couple babies in there, drain their blood, load her back up.
Load her. And she's fine. Look, I don't want to offend Cody, but I have a question. Who looked goofier running? Josh Hawley? Sorry, Cody. Or Steven Seagal in every movie he's ever had to take off and run in.
I can tell you who kicks more ass.
Oh shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, Mr. Fist Pump.
Yeah.
That's right.
That fist can do more than just pump.
So we start off with Graham and Faye. Greetings to the Great White North fellow Ramblers. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson saunters up to the Ramble Hall of Fame podium in a classic bullhead on leather and rockets and crooked eyeballs. Can you smell what the... Went out of nowhere. A toothpick flicked with so much force, The Rock flies off stage. Arse over tea kettle. Chico. Stone Cold versus Razor Ramon in WrestleMania 18. Ooh. You honestly have to hand it to Scott Hall, rest in peace, for selling the move so well. He practically bounces 6 feet off the canvas, which is no easy feat for a giant human being of that mass. There we go. Man. Let's see. The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. He goes, it's a tie between McMahon or Trump. McMahon was a fucking laugh riot because he can't take one to save his life. Trump for cathartic reasons. Damian Bontriel. Oh, hell yeah, Ramblers. Damian Bontriel shattering some glass and rambling some ramble after an exhaustive campaign with all my bots on the Snyder Cut. I decided to turn my attention to YouTube to release the highly in demand The Gentleman Jerry Roger stand-up comedy special. Thank you, Damian. YouTube execs finally caved, and now everyone can enjoy a great hour of comedy from the Evil Commish. I appreciate it. My Hall of Fame stunner, honorable mention to anyone who drank a mouthful of beer to spray out whenever taking it. My Hall of Fame hat goes to The Rock. His ridiculous flip pop to me every time. All good. I had to agree 1,000% with Graham and Faye, and I went with Razor Ramon. That one where he looks like he shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Oh, Eddie, what was your? Who do you think?
Mine was between The Rock and Razor Ramon, because The Rock would do that thing where he flew back and then land on the back of his neck and then roll over. And sometimes his feet would get caught on the ropes.
Yes.
I probably got to go Rock.
Go Rock. All right. All great. Cody?
I also go with The Rock. I
think
Rock. That's just the best. That rivalry was great. And then also the way that he took the stunner every time looked great. Always.
It was so good. Because that's true. The Razor Ramon was a one-time. Yeah, honorable mention. That's great. Because, I mean, Razor Ramon just kind of famously took it that one time. Yeah. The Rock sold that shit multiple times.
McMahon's was always weird because it looked like it would hit him and then he would just slide down.
Yeah.
He would just slide off Stone Cold's shoulder and then it was just.
They should have quit, because here's what McMahon did great with Stone Cold was the face he'd make when he'd hear the music.
Yeah.
That was always the best McMahon. Stone Cold was that little oh shit face, but then taking a stunner, not so much.
No.
But, next Ramble. Which Predator from the Predator movies goes on the Hall of Fame hat?
So I'm gonna play a audio-less crowd view of that McMahon stunner, so we won't get in trouble. But I just want to show this one more time from a different angle. This is from WrestleMania.
Oh, this is bad.
They're drinking the beer. Falls to his...
Fuck.
God, he just keeps it, and then he rolls, and then...
Just slides off of it. No impact.
Why? Why did they have him do this? Oh, Jesus.
He gets
wanted
hit
to
and
do
then
it.
Immediately goes to his knees where he cannot deliver a stunner.
Where you can't do the stunner. Jesus Christ. So there we go. So Ramble 317. Out of all the Predator movies, which Predator from which Predator film goes onto the Hall of Fame wearing the hat? Who's on the hat? Hey, okay. Eddie, do you think you can do this?
Oh, yeah, I can do it. I got to watch Prey. I don't know about this Prey Predator, but...
I can only imagine the battle going on in Cody's head right now. I can only imagine...
all these Predators just
the
going
turmoil.
At it.
The turmoil. Who is he going to pick?
Yeah.
It's gotta be rough.
The Alien versus Predators.
They were something special. That was
and then the Praelian. You got the Praelian.
The Praelian from part 2. So all right, let's open, close, and encore. We're already there. It's open, close, and encore time. Open, close, and encore. Let's switch gears from the Anne Hesh thing.
Okay.
But it kind of is somewhat related. Eddie, I've heard conflicting stories.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that song can both put out a fire or start one.
Okay, it can put out a fire.
Yeah.
It can't start a fire. It can make an existing fire larger.
There it is. Okay.
He's like fire starter. He can't create the flame, but he can enhance the flame.
Okay. All right.
So as long as there's a fire source,
yes, And does the song know which one is needed, either to start one or enhance?
Either
to stop
one.
One, to put
they
one out
both
or
work.
enhance?
They both work.
Wow.
It just, if there's an existing fire, it's going to make it bigger. And then if I play the song backwards, it will shrink the fire to nothing. So it's just
unbelievable. Wow.
Just reversing the notes.
So, but the problem is, what fireman is talented enough to learn it either way, right?
And in the moment, not calm enough to play it properly.
Right. So that's why fire still
If
happens.
you play it wrong, you're going to make it bigger.
Right. That's wow. That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Man. So here we go. Open, close, and encore. Stone Cold Steve Austin catchphrases. Graham and Faye, they open with what? They close with what? They encore with what? They double encore with what? The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. You open with Austin 316, says, I just whooped your ass. You close with what? And then you encore with, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Damian Bottriell. Bots, you open. Note the what chant has been banned from the arena. It was fine when Austin did it, but I can't stand the crowd doing it 20 years later and interrupting promos. We open with Jim Ross yelling out, Stone Cold! Stone Cold! For 10 minutes as he comes out on his ATV. Then he closes with, if you want Stone Cold to insert verb here, give me a hell yeah. And then he encores with, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. That's good. All good. Yeah. I have him open with what? Close with open up with can of whoop ass, and then encore with that's the bottom line because Stone Cold says so. Eddie, what did you have?
Well, I mean, what really wasn't a... I mean, I guess it was a catchphrase. I guess it was. I'm trying to think, because you couldn't tag anything with it. It was just a way to interrupt it.
Right.
I mean, it was so great, though, because it was used constantly, and it was probably the most brilliant, I guess, catchphrase ever created.
Ever.
To be honest.
Because to Damian's point, even though he hates it, they're still saying it 20 years after.
If a wrestler's cutting a promo and leaves any amount of space between the words,
they're whatting him. It's amazing.
So it's kind of crazy. So I would open with what?
Yeah.
Close with the one that started all. Austin 316 says, "I just whooped your ass."
Yeah.
And then close with, "That's the bottom line."
That's it. Wow, that's a great one. Cody, what was your open close encore?
Yeah, I mean, I think I open with. Okay, let's open with "Give Me a Hell Yeah."
Yeah.
Close with "Can of Whoop Ass," and encore with, and that's the bottom line.
Yeah. "Give Me a Hell Yeah" is very underrated too, because like fucking comedy clubs would start saying that. Hey, you guys ready for a good time? Give me a hell yeah! Like it was just everywhere you went in that time period. It was unescapable. It was great. Next Ramble 317. We're going to open, close, and encore with Predator Kills. How about that, huh?
Okay.
Kills the Predator has done. Any of them. Doesn't matter.
It's got to be better than Bill Paxton's. That's got to be up there. That's probably my favorite.
That was so good. Bill Duke. Ooh.
Bill Duke's a good one, too.
Carl Weathers with the fucking arm just slowly falling while still the nerve still shooting. Oh, man. There's. Whew. Gary Busey gets cut in half. I mean. Cody, hope I didn't just spoil Predator 2 for you.
Now I don't have to watch.
Yeah.
Bill Paxton.
The Pax. That was a great one, man. Fuck, that was. Ooh. Man, all right, so yeah, there it is. Predator Kills was our open, close, and encore. And my God, it's time to read books and play video games. And you know what to do next. After I'm reading books and playing video games. Bring your pussy over here. We're reading books and playing games. Just beautiful. Yep. Just beautiful. Just, you know what's weird?
What?
Is I've heard a rumor that Alex Jones would not be in any of the trouble he's in had he just played that on the stand. But I don't know.
I mean, he was. Okay. He was.
Okay.
Years ago.
Right.
He had reached out to me.
Sure.
Wanting to learn how to play the harmonica.
Oh, interesting.
And at the time, I was playing a lot. I was doing a lot of touring, and I wasn't.
sure.
I just did not have the time to teach.
Right.
So I turned him down, and he was very persistent, kept coming at me. I just could not do it. It was not a personal thing. I didn't even know who he was at the time.
Right.
And then after that. Shortly after that, I heard he started this thing called InfoWars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he just everything just sort of everything was a conspiracy to him. He thought I didn't want to teach him because I was part of the. And then it was just he took that and just extrapolated it into whatever he's done now. So I guess you could say, I don't know if he was trying to play it on the stand or whatever, but he wouldn't be where he is today had I just taught him to play the harmonica. But I didn't know.
Wow.
And if I could go back in time, I would change it.
Well, let me ask you: are you only saying this now because the text obviously, were sent to the wrong place, and it was going to come out somehow?
I mean,
I
didn't want to bring any of this up, but it's going to be out there, so I might as well just try to get ahead of it as I can.
Yeah, you have to.
I mean, I don't have anything to be ashamed of. I just could not do it at the time, but I guess you could blame me for whatever Alex Jones has done. It's my fault.
Wow,
I do have to.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not.
A heavy burden.
It will. I will have to. I will have to. Come to terms with it at some point.
God, that's rough. I'm sorry, buddy. Man. Well,
just the only lesson you can take from it is if there's times in your life when you feel like you don't have time to help teach someone, because I think that's
do it anyway.
We're here on this planet to teach, and pay forward knowledge, and I should have done that, and I didn't do it. So if there is one lesson to take, pay your knowledge forward.
Yeah, no, that's a good one, and thank you for being so humble about it, Eddie, and like that's
takes a big man to.
It really does.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
This is from Gemma from the top.
Gemsies.
I've just finished reading Banned Book Mouse, which is a comic book style of the Holocaust through the eyes of a writer's father who survived the camps.
Oh, wow.
The Jewish people are drawn as mice, Germans are cats, and the Polish are the pigs. It's fascinating, funny, and horrific all at one go.
My God.
Highly recommended. Yeah, it is. It's like one of the all-time great graphic novels. Hashtag, Hashtag, well, we know who voted. We already know one vote that's going to be in trouble. Hashtag Lurch for the win.
Wow.
Hashtag fuck cancer. Thank you. Love you guys. Love you too. Gemma. Gemsies. Jemmies. Damien Botriel. Bots. I finally finished the audiobook of The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. I'll be jumping into Return of the King soon. I've been digging the series so much I bit the bullet and bought a gorgeous 60th anniversary hardcover box set. I received an awesome gift from a buddy the other day, a replica of the ivory-handled katana from the movie Highlander. Maybe that can go onto the Goodwill Hunting list once day baseball finishes. Cody, have you ever seen the Highlander movies?
I have not.
Ooh.
First one,
great.
Good. God, I'm not a critic. I'm not really an eloquent. Can I give you my review of every Highlander movie since the first one?
Please.
There you go. That's probably. It's about.
It's kind of like I guess Predator 2 is good, but yeah, anything after Predator 2.
That's every Highlander.
Highlander
That's
movies.
bad, right?
Yeah, it's bad.
Bad.
It's bad. Great, because you can't go past the first one.
Yeah, it's set up to not go past the first one.
It's Cody. It's a movie that's. It's a movie that's not meant. It's like you can't have a sequel to Scarface. You can't have.
That story is told.
That story's told, and there's nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
But it had such a cult following. They're like, fuck it, let's do another one.
Let's do Full Metal Jacket 2.
Right, Full Metal Jacket. It just doesn't. So yeah, it's I don't know. It's like if they had like The Miracle Worker 2 and the poster was just like Helen Keller's grave and like a hand's coming out of it like, guess who's back to learn some more. Like it's that.
That sounds real good, actually.
It actually be good.
Pretty good. She comes back and studies. That'd be great.
But yeah, so I think should we make Cody watch Highlander at some point?
Maybe.
At the first one.
Good. First one's good.
It's good. Has the Queen who wants to live forever. That's good shit. All right, there we go. So we should get that. We should get that one. Right now I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Live a Live, Mother 3, Wonder Labyrinth, Mario Kart 8, Elden Ring, Horizon Forbidden West. Not reading anything at the moment, but I'm going to hopefully soon. Cody, you reading anything, playing anything?
Not at the moment.
Eddie?
I am playing. Cole and I are playing Spider-Man. The DLC challenges you can download because we want to get to 100% on that and then start Miles.
Yeah.
We just finished Guardians.
Oh, so fun. Wasn't it fun?
Yeah, the false ending's hilarious.
Yes.
And then I'm actually reading. I just started reading the original Secret Wars because I haven't read it since I was a kid.
Oh,
so I went on to
Beyonder, baby.
Marvel Unlimited and started reading Secret Wars again.
Have we gotten a Marvel Legends Beyonder? Like that OG with the disco-looking guy from Secret War?
No.
That
would be dope.
That would be dope. You know they're going to do it with the Secret War things
of course,
coming.
Yeah.
They have to. They fucking have to. Well, there we go. My God, guys, it's countdown time.
It's the time of the show where we rank the top 10.
5. I'm sorry I had my hat on.
That's
Eddie.
fine. That's fine.
Fuck, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. Next time.
Next time.
Next time, take it off and stand up.
I've heard that that is apparently replacing the national anthem at a few baseball venues, and they're testing it in the minor
They're
league,
testing
right?
it. Yeah, they're testing some minor league parks, and they're actually going to test it at a couple NFL preseason games this year.
No way.
So it's not going to be fully implemented probably for another couple years, but they're testing it.
Now, how do you feel about people kneeling during that?
Only if the song brings you to your knees, which it probably will.
Might happen.
Then I'm okay with it. Otherwise, you should stand fully at attention and honor the song.
Right, the song. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I tell you why I think it's going to fail? No offense.
Oh, go ahead.
You're going to really want to sit and watch a baseball game after hearing that?
It's going to be hard.
You have any part of your soul left to pay attention to anything after you're taking on that? You've been taking on that journey?
It'll probably drain you so much you'll stay there because you have nothing left to do.
But I bet you won't get any big reactions.
No, it's good. The first few innings are going to be quiet.
Who's doing the wave?
I mean, and you won't want to. I mean, the lines for the bathroom are just going to be.
Oh God! I mean,
It can have an effect on the bowels.
Yeah.
It can release the bowels. It does relax the bowels.
It does, man. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Graham and Faye, top 5 Stone Cold moments. Number 5, Stone Cold and the Undertaker. Undertaker eating the stunner. Number 4, when Stone Cold gave the corporation a beer bath.
Yep.
Number 3, the Stone Cold Zamboni mayhem. Number 2, Stone Cold attacks Vince in the hospital with the bedpan. And number 1, The Rock and Stone Cold singing The Gambler. There we go. All right. Not a bad list. Graham and Faye, Winnipeg A, Ramble off. The American Dream, Dustin Jacobs. Top 5. This is one of my honorable mentions. Was number 5, Austin saves Stephanie from The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Number 4, Austin passes the torch to The Rock at WrestleMania 19. Number 3, Austin returns after 19 years to Main Event Mania with Kevin Owens. Number 2, a tie every moment he had with McMahon pre-WrestleMania 17. And then number 1, Austin defeats Michaels to become the WWF champion, ending the New Generation era and launching the best era in wrestling history, the Attitude Era. Honorable mention, on Austin attempts to attack an armed Brian Pillman. The worst character moment was WrestleMania 17 heel turn, in which in turn ruined a great match and ended the Attitude Era. Austin turning heel did something the car incident or the Rock stardom couldn't do, and that's kill Stone Cold's white hot momentum. Austin's career really never recovered as he went from creating a head-scratching alliance with Triple H, who had him run over, and McMahon, the bane of his existence. Don't get me started on Austin becoming the de facto leader of the Invasion. It did, however, catapult Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho to consistent main event status. So I suppose it wasn't all bad.
It did lead to a great team up with Angle and Austin. There were some funny bits with Angle and Austin.
They were really funny bits with those two.
Yeah.
So I didn't hate it that much, but Damian Bottriell. Bots. Number 5, the beatdown of Booker T in the supermarket. Price check on Jackass. Number 4, the ending to Raw when the WCW ECW alliance was beating down everyone. Cameras in the back show Austin arriving and beating down everything in his way. The build up to the glass shattering and the crowd going nuts when he came into the ring is a moment burned in my memory. Number 3, WrestleMania 17. Everything about his match with The Rock. The video package to Limp Bizkit's My Way. But Austin joining forces with the man at the end is still one of those swerves I never saw coming. JR's line, Stone Cold is shaking hands with Satan himself, says it all. Number 2, I'll take it from here, nurse. Austin beats up McMahon in the hospital. A bedpan shot to the head, followed by the defibrillator. Number 1, King of the Ring 97. Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. The promo that launched his career into the stratosphere. That's all for me this week. See you next time. Cheers, Damian Bottriell. Bots. All right, there we go. Ramble 317.
Yeah.
Top 5 pray moments. We're going to make Eddie do
Pray
his homework.
moments. Okay.
We're going to make Eddie do his homework here.
I gotta try to watch this.
Cody, does it feel nice to make someone else watch a movie on the podcast?
You have no idea.
There we go. It's
No homework.
no homework for Cody. Eddie with the homework this time. Oh, this was a tough one, man. Honorable mention, obviously, when he saved Stephanie. That was a great one.
Yeah.
You know what that was a really good honorable mention too was when they give McMahon the plaque for the 25th anniversary of Raw, and he starts insulting the audience. It was all me, and then Stone Cold. That was a great one. I mean, and there's just so fucking many. But my number 5 was, I believe, Bots' number 4 when the WCW ECW takeover was happening, and then Austin comes in to save the day. Remember he you see a young Edge get taken out at the beginning when Austin comes in, and then he just starts beating the shit out of everyone, then makes his way to the ring. That was great. Cody, what was your number 5?
My number 5 was the recent WrestleMania with Kevin Owens. It's for someone who grew up loving him, it was just really fun to watch him, like, actually, look good in the ring.
1,000 times better than Ric Flair's final match.
Oh, well, Flair's got 20 years on him, too.
That's true. Oh, Eddie, you're number 5.
I forgot what Royal Rumble was. It was the one where he kept throwing people out, and he just sat on the turnbuckle just looking at his watch.
Oh,
waiting,
cleared the
waiting
ring.
for people to
Yeah,
come in.
that's right.
Somebody come in, he'd throw him out, and he'd just sit up there waiting for people to come.
That was a great
I always thought that was a cool
that
moment.
was fucking killer. Man, that's good. My number 4 was I think what kind of the face turn that wasn't ever spoken. It just happened when he passes out during the I Quit match.
Yeah.
And Bret Hart just read the tea leaves and just played up being a heel.
Yeah.
And that was fucking great, man. That was my number 4. Cody?
I have the same number 4. It's on my list because it's a loss, but
right.
But Stone Cold and Bret Hart.
So good.
That was the match that I assume I think at least it was the match that kind of turned Stone Cold.
It was the birth of Stone Cold. Yeah, I would think. But yeah.
Like where he wasn't just a bad guy. He was just like, we like him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie, you're number 4.
When he threw Rock's Intercontinental title into the river. The Rock's in the ring, and I think they cut to the Videotron. He's standing over on a bridge, and he just fucking chucks the belt into the river.
That's great. My number 3, I don't know if you remember this. It wasn't like, again, it was a moment where he was down, but I loved it. That when DX ambushed him, and he was tied up on the ropes, and he was just giving him that death stare the entire time. No fear, no pain. He was just like giving him that, like, the minute this is over, you're all fucking dead. That was great. I love that one. Cody, you're number 3.
The bedpan beat up.
Yeah, that's
so great.
That's my number 3.
So great.
That's my number 3.
And
then he fucking shoves a thing up his ass.
Yes.
And they cut right as he's like, oh.
It was great.
Fucking, he sodomized him.
So great. My number 2, the beer bath. That's
my number 2.
One of the funniest. I mean, so great. And yeah, Cody, what was your number 2?
My number 2 is a very quick moment where he saves Mick Foley. He hits The Rock with the chair shot when Mick Foley won the championship, and like it is the loudest pop
you'll ever hear
of all time.
Oh man,
Glass hits.
Yep, that's my number 1. Like what? I mean, that was, dude, because that was. I'll never forget. It sounds cliched to say it now, but we were watching Nitro when Tony Schiavone says they're going to give the belt to Mankind, and we're like, what the fuck? So we all turn over. My roommate's like, let's put it on fucking Raw. Yeah. And we're like, how's he going to win? How's he going to win? And then you hear Austin, and he was like, ah!
That's probably one of the dumbest moves in the history of not just sports entertainment, of anything.
Anything in showbiz. It really killed it. That was the end. They were winning. And they just, oh, man.
And they had to draw attention to the other product.
And yes, that was fucking amazing. What was your number one, Cody?
The beer
bath.
Yeah.
So good. Oh, Eddie?
My number one's after he won the King of the Ring and beat Jake Roberts and they dropped the famous Austin 316
That's
line.
a great one. That was a great one.
That was after that. It was just
just
nothing but it was stone cold for the next 5 years.
Yeah, it was fucking great. Well, there we go. What a ramble. We did it, everybody. Please subscribe. Give us a 5-star rating, positive text review, all that good shit. You know where to find us. You know where to love us. Do all that. Also, next Ramble 317, what Predator is wearing the Hall of Fame hat going into the Hall of Fame? Which Predator from which movie? Open, close, encore, Predator kills, and top 5 moments from the film Prey. We will see you next week. Get those votes in, baby. Get those votes in. We love you all. Take care. We'll see you next week, everybody. Bye.